A wise old proverb says, "Don't tell everyone your business." In today's world of oversharing and social media, this ancient wisdom might seem outdated. But what if I told you that this simple saying holds the key to protecting your privacy, safeguarding your relationships, and even achieving greater success? Stay tuned as we explore the profound meaning behind this timeless proverb and why it's more relevant than ever. Social media platforms beckon us to broadcast every detail of our lives, from our morning coffee to our deepest anxieties. The line between public and private has become increasingly blurred, and the pressure to share can feel inescapable. But amidst this digital frenzy, an ancient proverb offers a timely reminder: don't tell everyone your business. This simple adage, passed down through generations, speaks to a fundamental human truth. Not everything needs to be shared. It's a call for discretion, for recognizing that some things are best kept close to the chest. In a world obsessed with transparency, the wisdom of silence can seem counterintuitive. Yet it is in the quiet spaces, away from the prying eyes of the digital world, that we often find true strength and clarity. The urge to share is deeply ingrained in our human nature. It's how we connect, build relationships, and seek validation. But in the age of social media, this natural impulse has been amplified to an unprecedented degree. We're bombarded with carefully curated images and stories, creating a sense of inadequacy and a constant pressure to keep up appearances. It's easy to get swept up in the cycle of oversharing, to believe that our worth is measured by the number of likes and comments we receive. However, this relentless pursuit of external validation can come at a cost. When we share too freely, we risk exposing ourselves to judgment, envy, and even harm. The internet never forgets, and what may seem like a harmless post in the moment can have lasting consequences. This is not to say that all sharing is bad. On the contrary, sharing our stories and experiences can be incredibly powerful and cathartic. But it's about finding the right balance, about discerning when to share and when to hold back. The proverb, "Don't tell everyone your business," isn't just a quaint saying from a bygone era. It's a timeless principle that has resonated with people across cultures and throughout history. From the ancient Greeks, who valued moderation and self-control, to the Stoic philosophers who emphasized the importance of inner peace, the wisdom of silence has been a recurring theme. This principle is not about being secretive or withdrawn from the world. It's about recognizing that true strength lies in knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. It's about cultivating a sense of discernment, of understanding that not everyone deserves access to our innermost thoughts and feelings. In a world that often rewards extroversion and self-promotion, it can be tempting to believe that we need to shout our every accomplishment from the rooftops. However, true confidence comes from within. It's about knowing our own worth, independent of external validation. When we're secure in ourselves, we don't feel the need to constantly seek approval from others. We can share selectively with those we trust and who genuinely care about our well-being. This principle of discretion is particularly relevant in the digital age, where information spreads at an unprecedented speed. What we share online can be amplified and distorted in ways we never intended. A careless comment or an ill-timed photo can have far-reaching consequences, potentially damaging our reputation or even putting our safety at risk. By being mindful of what we share, we protect ourselves and those around us. In recent years, there's been a growing emphasis on transparency, particularly in the realms of business and politics. We're told that openness builds trust, that vulnerability is a sign of strength. While there's certainly truth to these notions, it's important to remember that transparency, like any virtue, can be taken to an extreme. When we feel pressured to share every aspect of our lives, we risk losing sight of the boundaries that are essential for healthy relationships. We may overshare personal information in an attempt to appear more relatable, or we may feel obligated to disclose details that make us feel uncomfortable or exposed. This pressure to be transparent can be particularly acute for those in the public eye. Celebrities, politicians, and even everyday individuals who find themselves thrust into the spotlight are often subject to intense scrutiny and pressure to reveal their private lives. While it's understandable that the public may be curious about the personal lives of those in positions of power, It's important to remember that everyone deserves a degree of privacy. The constant bombardment of personal information can be overwhelming, leading to a sense of fatigue and a desire to disconnect. It's no coincidence that the rise of social media has been accompanied by an increase in anxiety, depression, and feelings of loneliness. When we're constantly bombarded with idealized versions of other people's lives, it's easy to feel inadequate and insecure. This is why it's so important to cultivate a sense of discernment when it comes to what we consume and what we share online. Discretion, in essence, is the art of discernment. It's about knowing when to speak and when to remain silent, when to share and when to hold back. It's about recognizing that not every thought or experience needs to be broadcast to the world. In a world that often values extroversion and self-promotion, discretion can seem like a lost art. We're encouraged to network, to build our personal brands, to put ourselves out there. While these pursuits can be valuable, it's important to remember that true strength often lies in what we choose to keep private. Discretion allows us to cultivate a sense of mystery, to maintain an aura of intrigue. It allows us to choose who we let into our inner circle, to build relationships based on trust and mutual respect. When we're discreet, we demonstrate that we value our own privacy and the privacy of others. We show that we're thoughtful and considerate, that we don't take sharing lightly. This is a particularly valuable quality in an age where trust is often in short supply. In the workplace, discretion is essential for building a reputation for reliability and professionalism. When we're discreet, we show that we can be trusted with confidential information, that we're not prone to gossip or spreading rumors. This is a valuable asset in any profession, but particularly in fields where sensitivity and diplomacy are paramount. Discretion is not about being secretive or withdrawn, it's about finding the right balance between openness and privacy, about sharing selectively and thoughtfully. Why do we feel this innate pull to share our lives with others, even when it comes to seemingly insignificant details? Is it simply vanity, a desire to be seen and admired, or is there something deeper at play? The answer, as with most human behaviors, lies in a complex interplay of psychology and evolution. From an evolutionary perspective, sharing information was crucial for survival. Our ancestors relied on each other for protection, for finding food, for navigating the dangers of their environment. Sharing knowledge and experiences increased their chances of survival, strengthening the bonds within the tribe. This ancient instinct to connect and share is deeply embedded in our DNA, a vestige of our shared past when community meant the difference between life and death. In modern times, the stakes may not be as high, but the underlying need for connection remains. We are social creatures, hardwired for interaction and belonging. Sharing our experiences, even mundane ones, is a way of reaching out, of forging connections in a world that can often feel isolating. It's a way of saying, I see you, I hear you, I'm here with you. However, the digital age has introduced a new dimension to this ancient impulse. With the advent of social media, we're no longer limited to sharing with our immediate circle. We have a global platform at our fingertips, a potential audience of millions. This unprecedented reach can be both exhilarating and intoxicating, blurring the lines between intimacy and public display. It's easy to get caught up in the quest for likes and followers, to lose sight of the fact that not all sharing is created equal. The act of sharing triggers a cascade of chemical reactions in the brain, releasing dopamine and other feel-good hormones. These neurochemicals are associated with pleasure, reward, and social bonding, reinforcing the behavior and making us crave more of that positive reinforcement. In essence, sharing can become addictive, feeding our need for validation and connection. This is particularly true in the age of social media, where algorithms are designed to keep us engaged, feeding us a steady diet of content tailored to our interests and preferences. The more we interact, the more we share, the more the algorithm learns about us, creating a feedback loop that can be difficult to break free from. This constant stimulation can be overwhelming, leading to information overload and a sense of digital fatigue. Yet, despite the potential downsides, the urge to share remains a powerful force. It's a fundamental part of what makes us human, connecting us to each other and to our shared history. The key is to find a healthy balance, to share authentically and intentionally without sacrificing our privacy or becoming slaves to the algorithms. It's also important to remember that not all sharing is created equal. Sharing a personal struggle with a trusted friend or family member can be cathartic and empowering, fostering intimacy and support. Indiscriminately broadcasting the same information to a wide audience online can have the opposite effect, leading to unwanted scrutiny, judgment, or even harm. In the past, our social circles were limited by geography and circumstance. We shared our lives with those in our immediate vicinity, family, friends, neighbors, colleagues. The feedback we received, whether positive or negative, shaped our sense of self and our place in the community. Social media has expanded our social circles exponentially, creating a global village where we can connect with like-minded individuals from all walks of life. This can be incredibly enriching, exposing us to new perspectives and experiences. However, it also means that the validation we seek is no longer confined to our immediate circle. We're now competing for attention on a global stage, comparing ourselves to a curated highlight reel of other people's lives. This can create a sense of inadequacy and pressure to present a perfect image to the world. We may be tempted to exaggerate our accomplishments, to downplay our struggles, to curate an online persona that bears little resemblance to our offline reality. This constant pressure to present a flawless facade can be exhausting, leading to anxiety, depression, and a disconnect from our true selves. It's important to remember that social media is just a snapshot, a curated glimpse into a moment in time. It's not a reflection of our worth or our value as human beings. True validation comes from within, from living in alignment with our values and pursuing our passions, regardless of the number of likes or followers we accrue. Section 4, the paradox of privacy. In a world that often celebrates extroversion and self-promotion, the concept of privacy can seem counterintuitive, can't it? We're encouraged to build our personal brands, to network tirelessly, to put ourselves out there. However, there's a growing awareness that privacy is not about hiding or being secretive. It's about setting boundaries, about protecting our energy and our peace of mind. It's about recognizing that we don't owe anyone our story, our time, or our energy. We have the right to choose what we share, with whom we share it, and when we share it. This discernment is essential for safeguarding our mental health and well-being in the digital age. It allows us to curate our online experiences, to be more intentional about what we consume and what we contribute. The paradox of privacy is that by setting boundaries, by choosing what we reveal and what we keep sacred, we actually create more space for meaningful connection. When we share selectively, our words carry more weight, our stories resonate more deeply. We create a sense of intimacy and trust that is often lacking in the superficial world of online interactions. This doesn't mean we need to retreat entirely from the digital realm or become hermits in a digital age. It simply means being more mindful of our online presence, of the energy we're putting out into the world, and the impact it's having on ourselves and others. It's about finding a balance between sharing and privacy, between connection and solitude, between the digital and the real. Section 1, the price of oversharing. In the relentless pursuit of connection and validation, it's easy to overlook the potential pitfalls of oversharing. We readily hit the post button, eager to share our latest triumph or vent about a frustrating experience. But what are the costs associated with this constant broadcasting of our lives? The truth is, oversharing can exact a heavy toll on our privacy, our relationships, and even our own sense of self. One of the most significant risks of oversharing is the erosion of privacy. In the digital age, information spreads like wildfire, and once something is shared online, it can be incredibly difficult to control its dissemination. A seemingly harmless anecdote shared with a few hundred followers can quickly go viral, reaching an audience far beyond our intended circle. This can be particularly concerning when it comes to personal information, such as our home address, phone number, or financial details. Oversharing can also have a detrimental impact on our relationships. Constantly bombarding our friends and family with every detail of our lives can be overwhelming and off-putting. It can create an imbalance in the relationship where one person feels pressured to be a constant source of entertainment or emotional support. Moreover, sharing too much information can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and even betrayals of trust. A casual remark made in jest can be easily misinterpreted in the absence of tone and context, leading to unnecessary conflict. Furthermore, oversharing can diminish the value of our experiences. When we share every detail of a special moment online, it can lose its sense of wonder and intimacy. The joy of a surprise trip, the pride of a hard-earned achievement, the quiet intimacy of a romantic evening. All these experiences can be cheapened when they are reduced to a series of carefully curated Instagram posts. It's as if by broadcasting our lives to the world, we somehow diminish their significance, turning them into mere commodities to be consumed and judged by the masses. Section 2. When trust erodes. Trust is the bedrock of any strong relationship. Oversharing risks jeopardizing that trust. Sharing sensitive information without consent is a major breach. Even innocuous details can be misleading out of context. Seeking validation online can make us appear insecure. It signals we don't value others' opinions. Oversharing creates comparison and competition. This can lead to envy and negativity. Ancient Stoics valued safeguarding our inner circle. Epictetus, people are not disturbed by things but by the views they take of them. Oversharing exposes us to hurtful judgments. Cultivate discernment in sharing to protect relationships. Protect yourself from unnecessary drama and negativity. Section 3. The illusion of control. Oversharing creates an illusion of control. Once shared online, it's out of our hands. Screenshots and shares make privacy elusive. This loss of control is damaging professionally. Careless comments can haunt us years later. Social media algorithms maximize engagement, not privacy. More interaction generates more data. This creates a feedback loop of biases. Seneca. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Reclaim attention from digital distractions. Invest time in meaningful relationships and passions. Live a life of purpose and intention. Section 4. The Devaluation of Achievement. Milestones were once cherished moments. Now they're broadcast through social media. Constant sharing devalues achievements. Every achievement becomes just another post. This impacts motivation and drive. Seeking external validation makes us reliant on approval. Fear of failure stifles risk-taking. Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. True fulfillment comes from living by our values. Focus on internal compass, not social media. Find deeper purpose and satisfaction. Achievements should be personal, not for show. Section 5. Reclaiming your narrative. Our lives feel fragmented by oversharing. We can reclaim our narratives, choose what to share and with whom, cultivate awareness of sharing motivations. Are you seeking validation or connection? Make conscious choices about sharing. You don't owe anyone your story. Keep aspects of your life private. Set boundaries around sharing. Value your privacy. True strength lies in discernment. Balance sharing and privacy. Find harmony between digital and real life. History shows the power of discretion. Modern world champions self-promotion. There's power in holding back. Silence can strengthen and add value. Strategic silence is not deceitful. Nature's marvels unfold in silence. True growth happens in quiet spaces. Silence can seem counterintuitive. Quiet contemplation reveals strengths. Silence is golden. Powerful statements are made with silence. The Manhattan Project illustrates discretion. Top secret endeavor during World War II. Success hinged on absolute secrecy. Scientists lived double lives. Secrecy safeguarded national security. Discretion was essential for success. Not about deception, but protection. Manhattan Project success shows power of discretion. Achievement sometimes requires secrecy. Focused effort benefits from privacy. Ethical implications debated, but discretion was key. Some endeavors need silence to flourish. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter creation struggled financially, wrote in cafes, used initials for wider appeal. Strategic discretion in name choice. Success of Harry Potter books. Initial stages in relative obscurity. Focused creation away from public scrutiny, nurtured in quiet spaces. Greatest creations often need privacy. Dreams require incubation. Quiet dedication before sharing with the world. Allow creations to blossom in their own time. Section 4. The quiet rise of empires and ideas. History shaped by unseen forces. Empires built through secret alliances. Silk Road connected East and West, exchange of goods and ideas. Printing press revolutionized information. Early printers worked in secrecy. Ideas sparked Renaissance and Reformation. Transformative change begins in shadows. Scientists, artists, and scholars work quietly. Innovation sown in hidden spaces. History altered by quiet efforts. Section 5, the art of strategic revelation, not about absolute secrecy. Be strategic in revealing information. Timing impacts reception and power. Strength in discerning use of silence and speech. Skilled magician reveals strategically. Build anticipation for impact. Be deliberate about sharing. Hold back until ready. Maintain an aura of mystery. Silence can amplify our message. Section 1, the balancing act, sharing and safeguarding. The proverb, "Don't tell everyone your business," doesn't advocate for becoming a recluse, hoarding every experience and ambition like a dragon guarding its treasure. It's about finding a balance, a mindful approach to sharing that honors both our innate desire for connection and the need to protect our privacy, our peace, and the integrity of our aspirations. Think of a master chef, carefully selecting ingredients for a signature dish. They don't simply toss everything into the pot. They understand that flavor is enhanced by balance, by the judicious use of spices and seasonings. Similarly, sharing is most meaningful when it's done with intention, when we carefully consider what to reveal, to whom, and at what time. Social media can be a powerful tool for connection, but it also thrives on instant gratification, on the quick hit of dopamine that comes with likes and comments. This can create a pressure to share prematurely, to divulge details before we've had a chance to fully process them ourselves. Yet there's a certain magic in allowing experiences to marinate, to savor them privately before sharing them with the world. Just as a fine wine benefits from aging, so too can our stories gain depth and complexity when we allow them time to breathe. This doesn't mean we need to become hermits, withdrawing entirely from social interaction. It's about finding a rhythm that honors both our need for connection and our need for solitude, for the quiet spaces where we can reflect, recharge, and nurture the things that matter most. In an age of online connections that span continents, it's easy to forget the value of a close-knit inner circle, a trusted group of confidants who know us deeply and who we can rely on for honest feedback, unwavering support, and a healthy dose of perspective. These are the individuals with whom we can share our hopes, our fears, our vulnerabilities, and our triumphs without the fear of judgment or the pressure to present a curated version of ourselves. Cultivating such an inner circle requires discernment. It's about recognizing that not everyone deserves access to the most intimate details of our lives. Just as we wouldn't share a family recipe with just anyone, we should be mindful of who we entrust with our most personal stories, dreams, and vulnerabilities. These are precious gifts, and they should be shared with those who will treat them with care and respect. When we surround ourselves with individuals who uplift us, who challenge us to be our best selves, and who provide a safe space for vulnerability, we create a powerful support system that can help us navigate the challenges and celebrate the triumphs of life. These relationships, built on trust, empathy, and mutual respect, are far more valuable than any number of superficial online connections. The Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized the importance of choosing our companions wisely, writing, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach." By curating our inner circle with intention, we create an environment where we can grow, learn, and thrive, both individually and collectively. Section 3, the joy of delayed gratification, savoring the reveal. In a world of instant updates and social media feeds that refresh every few seconds, the concept of delayed gratification can seem as quaint as a handwritten letter. Yet, there's a certain joy in savoring experiences, in allowing them to ripen in our memories before sharing them with others. Think of a child eagerly anticipating a birthday party, the excitement building with each passing day. The anticipation, the waiting, is part of what makes the event itself so special. Similarly, when we allow ourselves to fully inhabit an experience before broadcasting it to the world, we give ourselves the gift of savoring it, of allowing its significance to settle in our hearts and minds. This delayed gratification also allows us to craft our stories more thoughtfully. When we're not caught up in the immediacy of sharing, we have time to reflect on what an experience meant to us, to identify the key takeaways, and to find the words that best capture its essence. This careful consideration elevates our sharing from mere reportage to an art form, a way of connecting with others on a deeper level. Moreover, the element of surprise can be a powerful tool in storytelling. When we resist the urge to share every detail of our lives as it unfolds, we create a sense of anticipation, a curiosity in others to learn more. This can make our stories all the more engaging when we do choose to share them, drawing listeners in and leaving them wanting more. Section 4. The power of saying no, protecting your peace. In a world that often glorifies busyness and productivity, saying no can feel like an act of rebellion, a radical declaration that we are not beholden to the demands of others. Yet setting boundaries is essential for protecting our time, our energy, and our mental well-being. It's about recognizing that we have a finite amount of each, and we get to choose how we spend them. This applies not only to our physical time and energy, but also to our emotional energy. When we overshare, we open ourselves up to unsolicited advice, judgment, and even negativity. This can be emotionally draining, leaving us feeling depleted and vulnerable. Saying no to sharing certain details, to engaging in certain conversations, or to participating in certain online platforms can be a powerful act of self-care. It allows us to create a safe space for ourselves, a sanctuary where we can recharge, refocus, and connect with our own inner wisdom. This is not about becoming isolated or withdrawn. It's about being intentional about the company we keep, both online and offline. It's about choosing to surround ourselves with people who uplift us, who inspire us, and who respect our boundaries. Remember, saying no to something that doesn't serve you is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation. It's a way of honoring your own needs, of protecting your energy, and of creating space for the things that truly matter. By setting healthy boundaries, we not only protect our own peace, but also create a more peaceful and respectful environment for those around us. Section 1. Reawakening Ancient Wisdom. As we've journeyed through the many facets of oversharing and the often overlooked power of discretion, it's clear that the ancient proverb, "Don't tell everyone your business," holds a wisdom as relevant today as it was centuries ago. In a world saturated with information where every experience can be instantly broadcast and every opinion amplified, the ability to choose silence, to carefully curate what we reveal and to whom, emerges as a superpower. This isn't about retreating from the world or becoming a recluse guarding secrets in a digital fortress. It's about recognizing that true strength often lies in restraint, in understanding that not every thought needs to be tweeted, not every achievement requires a Facebook post, and not every vulnerability needs to be unpacked in the public square of social media. The pressure to share can be immense, fueled by algorithms designed to keep us engaged, and a culture that often equates visibility with value. Yet, it is in the quiet spaces, away from the relentless noise of the digital world, that we often discover our most authentic selves, nurture our most meaningful relationships, and cultivate the clarity and focus needed to achieve our goals. The wisdom of "Don't tell everyone your business" is a call to reclaim our attention, our time, and our stories. It's an invitation to engage with the world on our own terms, to choose silence when it serves us, and to share our authentic selves with those who have earned our trust and respect. Section 2. The path less shared. In a world that often celebrates the loud, the brash, and the attention-grabbing, choosing discretion can feel like taking a path less traveled. It requires a different kind of courage, a willingness to resist the allure of instant gratification and the validation of likes and shares, and instead to embrace the quiet power of intentionality, discernment, and strategic silence. This path is not always easy. It requires us to examine our motivations, to confront our insecurities, and to challenge the societal norms that tell us we need to be constantly on and broadcasting our lives to the world. But the rewards of this journey are well worth the effort. When we choose to share selectively, our words carry more weight. When we allow our achievements to speak for themselves, their impact is amplified. And when we nurture our dreams and aspirations in private, away from the pressure of external expectations, we create a fertile ground for them to blossom into their fullest potential. The wisdom of "Don't tell everyone your business" is not a rule to be followed blindly, but a principle to be internalized and applied with wisdom and discernment. It's a reminder that true power lies not in broadcasting our every move, but in carefully choosing when to speak, when to listen, and when to simply allow the silence to speak volumes. So go forth, embrace the power of discretion, and chart your own course on this path less shared. The world needs your authentic voice, but it also needs your thoughtful silence.